Yo, Garrett, appreciate that follow, my boy. What's going on, chat? How y'all doing this evening, man? What is this music, bro? King of basketball. I love LeBron. Roy Neal was good. Was good. Let me know if y'all can hear me okay before we go ahead and get started with everything. Oh yeah, for sure, Garrett. We can get some runs in for sure, man. 2K25. We about to be up, baby. Mm-mm-mm-mm. All right, hold on, man. Let me just check everything real quick. Where's the other one? Man, is y'all ready for NBA 2K25? Let me see. Everything seems to be cooperating. All right, chat. Let me grab one thing, then we can go ahead and get this thing started real quick. What y'all got going on this evening, man? What y'all got going on? Jay Torio, what's going on? LeBron was good. Luciano was good. Tease, Anthony. All right, man. Candy, what's going on with you? Hope you are having a good Tuesday. Nate, what's going on? No, I'm good. I'm good. Jamarius, I'm chilling, man. Trying to finish getting this stream stuff set up. Give me 1 second. But I'm good, man. I'm good. I've been trying to get all this stream stuff figured out, man. This stuff can be quite complicated when you're trying to do a bunch of different things, but we're gonna get it figured out. We're gonna get it figured out. What's good? What's good? What's going on, y'all? All right, man. I definitely want to get the streams going. I usually just make a bunch of content, man, but you know, I'm trying to get back to live streaming. So you're gonna have to do a little bit of trial and error. Make sure everything is going cool. Y'all can hear me okay? Sound, everything, music good. Timothy, what's good with you, man? Hope you're having a great day. All right, man. Time to cut the beat. Cut the music. All right, y'all. So we're going to go over today's agenda just a little bit, man. So, of course, today we had today was the first day of the embargo. It was lifted. We got some gameplay dropping all day today. The plan was for me to stream earlier this morning, but I had to finish getting everything set up with the streams. Some things weren't working right, so we had to get that figured out and squared away. But hopefully everything is working smooth now. Hopefully, like, latency isn't an issue for anybody, or I'm gonna have to go in and tweak a couple other settings. But we had a bunch of gameplay drop this morning at 10 a.m. So, I am going to make a video on, all the information that I gathered watching a few of, other creators' videos. I'm gonna be taking notes. We're gonna check out some other videos, anything that y'all have in mind, any creators that y'all want to check out in particular. we're gonna start off with this one. This is Grindin's video. We're gonna check him out. We're gonna watch Kevin Cruz. We're gonna watch Joe Knows. We're gonna see what Uncle Demi got. We're gonna see if he posted a different video for today. You know, if you don't know, there was a leak yesterday. And some gameplay did come to the surface, you know. So I did make a video about that. Yesterday I dropped the video on it, not showing any of the gameplay because it was leaked, obviously, so I didn't want to put that on my channel. But you know, it did talk about some of the things that we saw. You know, I didn't really think that was too big of a deal. We've seen some gameplay, but definitely didn't want to show the actual gameplay. But today the embargo lifted, so we did actually show the gameplay, so you can actually get a visual of everything that I talked about in yesterday's video. So you can see all of that. If you want to check that out, head on over to the YouTube and check that out. If you are on Kick or Twitch or TikTok or something, exclamation point YouTube should bring up the channel for you, so you can go and check that out. But we're gonna check out the new gameplay from today. Now, we got Grindin's video up first. We're gonna check his out. And then, of course, you know, everybody has been on Twitter all day long. So, you know, we got some things that we need to clear up in terms of gameplay. And then, you know, because some things have changed since this morning. So, you know, we're going to talk about some of those. And we're going to also be, I'm going to be taking notes while we watch some of the gameplay, man. We're going to be dissecting the gameplay, taking a look at it, analyzing it, studying it. So whatever y'all point out or whatever y'all notice, man, drop it in the comments, in the chat, so I can take note of it too. You know, I'm gonna be using y'all to help me with my video too. So yeah, man, anything y'all notice, feel free to let me know. Let's go ahead. We're gonna start off with Grindin's video real quick. Let's go ahead and get right into it.
LeBron's step back is back in NBA 2K25.
Okay, so we ain't even 5 seconds into the video yet. We already got to pause because Mike Wang did tweet out that the LeBron step back is gone. So, you know, he tweeted that. Let me see. When did he tweet this? So that's one of the first things to clear up. So what he said, he said this 7 hours ago. He said he was enjoying everybody's videos. You know, one thing to note, dribbling, among other things, has changed quite a bit since we made the community day build. Several moves, the LeBron hop back, the hezzy drag, size up, escape type moves are now gone, and several new moves have been added. So the LeBron step back cheese is gone. So y'all gonna have to find another move to use and abuse. So let's go ahead and we're gonna finish watching Grindin's video.
Trae Young Escape is back in NBA 2K25. Takeover has been completely revamped in NBA 2K25. From how fast you get it all the way to Trae Young Escape.
Y'all can hear this okay, right? But I wanted to go back and look at Steph's jump shot because there's been a lot of people talking about Steph's jump shot. What y'all think about Steph's jumper?
In NBA 2K25. Takeover has been completely revamped in NBA 2K25. From how fast you get it all the way to losing Takeover if you miss a single shot. Dunk meter has had some minor changes, including when you should start the dunk meter animation for the best results. If you think 6'8" builds are going to be too slow and too big to be viable, you are changes, including when you should start the dunk meter animation for the best results. If you think 6'8" builds are going to be too slow and too big to be viable, you are 100% wrong. Mainly because Giannis Antetokounmpo moving crossover will absolutely be feeding slashers families all year long.
What y'all making first, man? For 2K25, what are y'all making first? Y'all gonna make a 6'8"? I don't know what I'm gonna make first. I feel like I want to make a 3-and-D type of build. Excuse me. But on the other hand, I low-key want to make a stretch 4. So we will see. We will see. I don't know, man. I might either 3-and-D type of build, or I'm gonna start off with like a Victor Wembanyama type of build, maybe. So we gonna have to see.
Finally, there are brand new badges in NBA 2K25, including one specific shooting badge that is the most overpowered badge I have ever seen. And no, it's not Legend Limitless Reign. You just learned 10 things about NBA 2K25 in less than a minute. Imagine how much you learn if you watch the whole video.
bro, being able to cancel the way we can cancel now out of moves in NBA 2K25 is about to go crazy. The dribble heads, they about to break this game. Steezo is about to break this game. It's already been a clip on Twitter of Trae Young like going behind the back and like literally putting the ball behind his back and then getting it with his other hand and putting it back on the floor. Like my man's done travel, double dribble, carried all in the same possession. But of course they gonna have to patch and tweak some things along the way.
What's up, Simply Squad? It's your boy Gameplay Guru Grindin', and I need y'all to drop a like right now, because the second this video hits 1K likes, I will drop the first ever 3v3 Rivet City Park gameplay on NBA 2K25. And I'm not gonna lie, y'all are in for a treat today, because not only am I breaking down everything you need to know about NBA 2K25's gameplay in this video, tomorrow I'm also gonna be breaking down the entire 2K25 builder. That means I'm showing you guys all 72 takeovers, every single badge requirement, the attribute ratings you need to unlock every single
your
2K25 builder. That means I'm showing you guys.
Okay, so just like they said for that that dunk meter, that feature for the dunk meter that shows you like the best time to use the dunk meter. I'm assuming they got the same thing right here with this circle for jump shots.
Guys, all 72 takeovers, every single badge requirement, the
or is this
attribute
supposed
ratings
to be?
you need.
That's probably not. That look like it's a shot meter, I think.
Single
Maybe.
contact dunk animation and so much more. I'm going so in depth in that video that by the time
I don't
you're
remember
done
what all
watching,
shot meters they have. We starting off with like 3 shot meters. We got the arrow,
you even get
and
on
this
the
probably
game.
just
So
another
make sure
shot
you're
meter.
subbed with notifications on so you don't miss out on that. Even if you think you're already subbed, double check and make sure that bell is clicked, because trust me, you do not want to miss out. Now without further ado, let's break down this gameplay. Alright y'all, we're gonna cover things in order of most importance. And the most important change in NBA 2K25 by far are the changes to takeover. In past years, all you need to do to get takeover is make 3 to 4 shots, and then from that point on, you'd have takeover for a predetermined amount of time. That is not how it works at all in NBA 2K25. First off, it takes forever to get takeover this year. To give you an example, it took Steph Curry 42 points, aka 14 3-pointers, to finally get takeover. Now the good news about this is that it seems that this is only a quick play feature, because in 3v3 park gameplay we were able to see people get takeover at the 17-point mark without even scoring the majority of the points with that player. But regardless, 42 points was insane to me, especially considering I was shooting threes, and usually when you do what the player is meant to do, your takeover shoots up, but that just wasn't the case. And you know what's crazy? That's not even the significant change. The major change in takeover is that once you get takeover, you can literally lose it instantly if you miss your first shot, if you get a turnover, if you throw a bad pass, if you do anything that would negatively affect your takeover, you can lose takeover even when it's activated. Now, do you lose your entire takeover meter that took you forever to build up just because you made one mistake? No, that's also not how it works. Instead of losing your entire takeover meter when you make a mistake, it will just drop to the point right before you had takeover. So if you do something positive again, you will gain takeover again. The best way I can describe takeover this year is a heat check badge in NBA 2K24 that you can gain and lose repeatedly. So obviously y'all already know that takeover is split into 5 levels, and then you get your takeover ability. As you do good things in the game, you will level it up all the way from level 0 to level 5, with each level progressively raising your attribute ratings, and then once you reach level 5, you will unlock your actual takeover ability, whether it's being able to shoot from deep or being able to get more ankle breakers, whatever takeover ability you chose. Now once you get your takeover ability, if you keep doing good things, your takeover ability will stay on your player. But if the first possession you activated your takeover ability, you get a turnover, you will instantly lose your takeover and the bar will drop to right before you had your takeover.
Hey, the animations are looking pretty good this year, man. Like, Pro Play just implemented last year, and it wasn't going to do anything but progress for the next game. Like, Steph's animations are looking really good. His shooting animations, they're looking very realistic. Pro Play gave us a lot more animations, man. I think we got like 9,000 new animations from Pro Play for 2K25. So, you know, stuff is looking really dope. And then there was also some gameplay on Twitter. I don't know, we might come across it in somebody's video if they ended up using the Timberwolves, but somebody's gameplay with Anthony Edwards on Twitter, it looked like, bro, it looks just like Anthony Edwards, like the mannerisms and everything, just like the way he's dribbling the ball, moving down the court, just like Anthony Edwards. So huge W for Pro Play.
Meaning you can activate and reactivate your takeover multiple times throughout a game. Y'all let me know if you think this is a good or bad change for NBA 2K25. I think it's interesting for sure. On the plus side, you'll never have those moments where you make one mistake right before you had takeover and your whole bar just depletes to 0. I know y'all know that feeling sucks, but at the same time, I don't know how I feel about someone activating and reactivating their takeover over and over again throughout the entire game. And I think there might be some sort of timer with this as well, because if you look at the 3v3 part gameplay, you'll see that a player has takeover, and then as he's catching the ball, the takeover disappears. He didn't do anything wrong, no negative thing happened, but he still lost his takeover. And then after he makes the shot, the player gets his takeover back. So my best guess is that your takeover gradually decreases over time. Probably a slight decrease, probably nothing crazy, but I think it's only when you actually have takeover activated. That way you don't have takeover the entire game. The reason I say that is because as you went up takeovers, I never saw a player's takeover go down unless like the quarter ended or something like that, but that's pretty normal. But I did notice players' takeover meter go down when they had takeover, even if no turnover or missed shot happened. We're gonna have to see how it plays out in the park. I think it's gonna be really interesting. But I did take the time to get takeover with Steph Curry, whose takeover I'm pretty sure I can't say the name of, but basically it increases his green window from further out so he can get more consistent greens while shooting deep threes. And I also got Trae Young's takeover, which boosts the effectiveness of off the dribble shooting, as well as raises his chance of getting ankle breakers. And the last thing I'll say about takeover is if you're overwhelmed with the fact that there's 72 takeovers, there's actually 14 takeover abilities, like the 2 I just named, and then there's 72 ways to get to those takeovers. If that sounds confusing to you, good. You have a reason to watch tomorrow's video where I can go in depth and explain exactly what I mean. So make sure you're subscribed with notifications on so you do not miss out on that video. Now the next major change in NBA 2K25 is the dribbling system. You cannot speed boost the same way you did in NBA 2K24 in NBA 2K25. Now I know the 2K,
and of course, man, if y'all don't know, we got a whole new dribbling engine for NBA 2K25. So it's going to take a second for all of us to figure out the dribbling and then just get used to it, figure out what works, and you know, just what we can do with the sticks. So, you know, be patient, lab up in the my court, and then, you know, y'all probably have dribbling down pack within like a couple weeks.
Community. I know all y'all heard out of that sentence was you cannot speed boost in NBA 2K25. And that's just not true. You can speed boost in NBA 2K25, just not the same way you did in 2K24. To speed boost last year, all you had to do was do a hezzy to the right side and sprint to the right side, and you would get a speed boost to the right side. And vice versa, if you did a hezzy to the left side and sprinted to the left side, you would get a speed boost to the left side. But if you try to do that in NBA 2K25, you get a really slow run animation. Basically a run animation that will not get you open against any real human unless they are missing both of their thumbs. Instead, the most effective way to get open in NBA 2K25 is by utilizing your right and left stick. Somebody please show this clip I got to Stizo. It's nothing crazy in the slightest. It's not even good, but you can clearly see the difference between how fast your player moves when you only use your right stick and how fast your player moves when you incorporate left stick dribble moves with your right stick combo. And the reason I said show it to Stizo is because this little mini spin back thing I do, it just seems like something he would do like a half hezzy out of and turn it into a crazy combo. Listen, I'm not a comp dribbler. I've never claimed to be one. All I am is a 2K no life who sweats the park. So I'm gonna leave the dribbling and speed boost into the dribble head. But for my 2K players out there who want to have a high win percentage on day one, I did go out of my way to find the best dribble moves you should equip if your build allows it. So let's go over those right now. 2 returning moves from 2K24 that are still good on 2K25 are of course the LeBron step back and in the Trae Young size-up escape. A new animation that's really good in 2K25 is the Trae Young Hezi, which you can see gives you a misdirection animation that you can combo into a left stick crossover to get a speed boost on the opposite side. Literally any dribble animation from De'Aaron Fox is goated. You can just instantly see that when he's dribbling, it looks way more fluent than any other NBA player. The speed animation that's really good in 2K25 is the Trae Young Hezi, which you can see gives you a misdirection animation that you can combo into a left stick crossover to get a speed boost on the opposite side. Literally any dribble animation from De'Aaron Fox is goated. You can just instantly see that when he's dribbling, it looks way more fluent than any other NBA player in the entire game. And finally, the dribble move that I predict will save 6'6" and taller builds this year is the Giannis Antetokounmpo moving crossover. I'm not even trolling. I will be so surprised if there's even one crossover better than this crossover at launch. I tested out hundreds of NBA players during my time with this quick play footage, and not a single one came even close to competing with the explosiveness you get out of this moving crossover. You literally just fly through the paint and it crosses over to the opposite ball hand, so the defense doesn't have time to react. Now, I will say this is obviously on Giannis, who is 6'10" and super long, but I just can't see this dribble move not being overpowered on a 6'8" max wingspan ISO build. Just absolutely steamrolling through the paint. Between this moving crossover and the blowout dribble from last year, which by the way the controls changed for, instead of just tapping RT to do this blowout dribble from full court, you actually have to hold RT and flick up on your right stick. Just something I wanted y'all to know. Different controls, same effectiveness. Just a really fast way for you to get up the court, but you can only use it from full court now. So once you get to half court, you can implement this Giannis moving crossover and get a free fast break done. Now, I don't want to go too into dribbling because y'all know how it goes. First week, everyone always figures out the meta sigs, and then the rest is history from there. What I will say, my first impressions on the dribbling is that speed boosting is completely changed.
What's y'all impressions on 2K25 so far? Let me know. The agenda for today, we just going through some gameplay, taking notes for drop my video. Appreciate you, man. Hope you have a great day too. Stay blessed. We're gonna go through some gameplay, taking notes, and I will be dropping a video on everything that I gather from watching everybody's videos. I'm probably gonna watch, depending upon whose video it is, I might watch it a couple times just to see if I can catch anything that nobody else did. And then of course, we got builder information dropping tomorrow. Builder information dropping tomorrow. I will probably be live for that too. It drops at 11 a.m. Eastern time, I believe. So I will be live tomorrow morning. So make sure y'all got post notifications turned on over on YouTube. So yeah, and then I will have a video going up tomorrow about the builder as well. But right now we're just trying to see what information we can gather. So anything that y'all see, notice about the gameplay, drop it down in the comments. Where am I?
Meaning there's obviously a different way to do it in the game this year that isn't like any other year. And two, the dribble moves that we did get I actually like a lot. We just need to figure out how to speed boost out of them for them to be actually effective. And I've heard that a couple creators at Community Day have figured it out, which gives me a lot of hope. On the off chance that the speed boosting is terrible off of these new cool looking moves, I'm not gonna lie, Mike, we gonna need a hot fix because being able to speed boost off these new moves would make the game fun. Alright, so we've covered takeover, we've covered dribbling. The next change we need to cover is a minor change to the dunk meter. First, let's talk about the driving dunk meter. The controls are exactly the same as they were last year. You flick up on your right stick and then you flick down on your right stick, which will allow you to go for a nasty contact dunk animation, and some of the animations are insane. A lot of them are just outright disrespectful to your opponent, bro. I love it. But what I did notice is it was taking me a little bit longer to get used to the dunk meter this year, because whenever I was going for the dunk meter, it wouldn't do it. And about 2 hours in, I finally realized the reason the dunk meter wasn't activating is because you have to start the dunk meter animation way earlier this year. My pro tip to you guys, if you're making a build that has a high driving dunk, like I am going to, I want Legend Posterizer, but if you're going to be going for contact dunks with the dunk meter, you want to start the dunk meter animation right before you get to the free throw line. I know that sounds insane, especially on a small build like John Morant's build. He's 6'3". You would think that you would have to start it closer to the paint, but genuinely, you start the dunk meter animation right when you're about to cross the free throw line. If you do that, every time you go for a dunk meter, you will actually start the dunk meter animation. I promise you. But if you try and risk it and wait till you're closer in the paint and do a last second dunk meter, you're going to be getting a lot of contact layups, or your player is just going to do a random hezzy in the paint, and it's gonna look really stupid. So just make sure to write that in your
Okay.
notes somewhere, have that in your head. Whenever you're doing the dunk mirror, if it's not working for you and you don't know why, you have to start the animation right when you're about to cross the free throw line. And I genuinely can't wait till tomorrow where I can show you footage of me absolutely dunking on everybody there at community day with my small guard build, because I knew this information and a lot of them didn't. So the reactions I got from a lot of them when I was dunking on them with a tiny little build from all the way past the free throw line was hilarious. And then the standing dunk meter is pretty much the same. The only real changes I noticed is that one, there's no dead zone anymore, mainly because you can't jab step in the paint anymore. It's just not a control that's allowed in the paint. And two, as someone who struggled to do standing dunk meters, it seemed a lot easier to get the animation to go off this year. So if you struggled like me in the past with the standing dunk meter, you should find it easier this year. And if you didn't struggle at all, you're gonna find it really easy to activate a standing dunk animation. I did see some dead zone like animations from people against AIs where it seemed like they got a rebound and then there was nothing the AI could really do, and then they just did a standing dunk contact dunk right over their face. But honestly, it's quick play. We're not gonna really know until we actually play against each other in the rec and park. If they did fix the dead zone glitch, I guess you could call it. It's just something we're gonna have to wait and see. But for the most part, the standing dunk meter seemed relatively the same, if not then with minimal changes. The next thing we need to talk about are the brand new badges. Specifically, one overpowered brand new badge that I'm predicting is going to be a staple of NBA 2K25. Do me a favor and look at these 6 badges right here. Now I want you to pause the video and comment down below which badge you think is going to be the most overpowered.
All right, man. What y'all think? Which badge y'all think is gonna be the most overpowered badge? He said it was not limitless range, so let me see. All right, man. So it's either gonna be mini marksman for the smaller guards, or it's gonna be shifty shooter. It's gonna be one of those. It has to be.
year long. All right, I'm gonna give you a second. Okay, hopefully you got your answer down in the comments. If you guessed limitless range, congratulations, you are wrong. But if you guessed Deadeye, you are also wrong. Now, if you guessed shifty shooter, you are 100% right. This badge is used so often in gameplay, it's actually ridiculous. But
Okay, so we gotta get Hall of Fame shifty. No, not even Hall of, bro. We gotta get legend shifty shooter then. That's what it sounds like we gotta do. Rio, what's going on with you? It sounds like we have to get legend shifty shooter. That's gonna go crazy. Steph has it on Hall of Fame, so I can only imagine what legend shifty shooter would do. Oh yeah, we go ahead and use our max +1 on that.
Right, what does it do? Well, if you only read the description, you would think that it increases your green window when you shoot fades or off the dribble shots. But just like Agent 3's this year, shifty shooter.
Hezzy, bro, you know the game is not done, bro. This is this version that they played at Community Day. A lot of stuff has changed since then, so you know, hopefully they fix that. But you know, what they play and what we're gonna get when the game actually releases is not gonna be the same. So, and you know, they are changing some stuff with dribbling. LeBron, step back is gone, and some other stuff, and they added in some new moves too. So, but you act like that's nothing new. You know, people are gonna spam the same moves of the court, and you know, whatever else they do, they gonna find what it is they need to use. And they're going to use it.
Activates on every single shot you shoot. It doesn't matter if it's a catch and shoot jump shot. It doesn't matter if you dribbled a couple times, stopped for 8 seconds, and then shot it. It doesn't matter if you shoot a fade from Narnia. No matter what shot you shoot, as long as it would be considered a jump shot, Shifty Shooter activates and increases your green window drastically. Now, why am I telling you this? Because tomorrow we get to show you the builder, and while you're watching those builder videos, you need to keep in mind that you want to have Shifty Shooter on your build, and you want to have it at the highest tier possible for the best results. Whether that's getting Shifty Shooter to Hall of Fame in the builder and then using your max +1 to get it.
Malk, you think it's mid? I mean, it's looking solid, bro. I'm excited. To me, it's looking solid. I ain't say it's in the it's looking like the best 2K we done ever seen, but I said it's looking pretty solid. I'm excited to play, and I'm ready to get my hands on the game. Appreciate that follow.
Legend, or if you're making some type of build that can't get the shooting requirements to get it that high, then I'd at least suggest to try and make your build get gold shifty shooter, so you can either use cap breakers or max +1 to get it to Hall of Fame. It is super rare for 2K to drop a badge that activates nearly every single offensive possession that doesn't end in a rim run. So yes, if I was gonna make a tier list about potential badges before NBA 2K25 drops, shifty shooter would be S tier and everything else would be a tier below. Now I
said mini marksman was gonna be one of them badges. Them small guards is gonna be trying to run that on Hall of Fame and probably even legend.
Here and watch this 10, 15, 20-minute video, whatever it is so far, and you haven't heard me mention Adrenaline once. And that's because Adrenaline is exactly the same in NBA 2K25 as it was in NBA 2K24.
Okay, I was wondering if they were going to change anything with Adrenaline, if they were going to rework it or anything like that, but it's exactly the same. So, yeah, I don't have to worry with that.
single difference in the adrenaline system, which for the most part is a good thing. I liked how adrenaline worked in 2K24. Some people may argue that they don't want adrenaline at all, but I mean, it's in the game, so if it's in the game, I'd want it implemented as it was in 2K24, except for one thing. I had this complaint all the way last year after last community day, and the complaint is that post scores still do not lose any adrenaline meter no matter what they do in the post. They can hold LT and back you down for 24 seconds, do 8 drop steps, 15 pump fakes, and not lose a single adrenaline meter. And
okay,
I really
so hopefully they
wish
end up
that
fixing
would
that.
change. One, because post scores are always one of the most overpowered builds in 2K every single
JP,
year. Legitimately,
good.
there's not a single year where post scores have been a bad build to use on the 1 score. And 2, tomorrow you're gonna see that this year, it is ridiculously easy to get every legend badge you would want on a post score without sacrificing anything else you would need. Like, genuinely, you cannot make a bad post score build, at least for the 1 score where they're meant to be played. Yes, you can make a bad post score build for the 2s or 3s because you need defense and pass accuracy and stuff like that, but for the 1 score, you can make an overpowered post score build, get every legend badge in the game that you would want, and still have attributes left over. So the fact that they don't lose any adrenaline no matter what they do, it just seems like overkill to me, and it's the one thing I would really want to see changed about the game. If not for 2K25, then at least on 2K26. I'm not trying to hate on y'all post scores. Listen, it's no secret that I don't like y'all's playstyle, but I do believe that everybody should have fun on the game with whatever build they want to run. I just want this changed for the sake of balance. But yeah, like I said, no changes to adrenaline other than that. Everything that you did on 2K24 to lose an adrenaline meter is everything you would do to lose an adrenaline meter on 2K25.
Okay, so this right here is a new shot time and profile setting. So this is what so basically, in layman's terms, you can kind of like adjust how difficult shooting is going to be for you. So you can't use real player percentage online, so you can go ahead and forget that. Difficulty base, it'll change based on what game mode you're playing. But if you're online and you play like Park Rec, whatever, if you do low risk reward, like that's going to allow you to like make whites occasionally, and it'll be a little bit more forgiving on you mistiming your jump shot. High risk reward is the best one. That's basically green or miss. You know, the error for the margin of error for that one is like, you know, there's really no margin of error, is green or miss. So, you know, if you're somebody who knows their jump shot and you're good at shooting, you'll want to run high risk reward. And if you're somebody that kind of struggles on shooting a little bit, you can start off with low risk reward, and as you kind of get into the flow of things, you can, you know, bump yourself up. But high risk reward is definitely the way to go.
That you did on 2K24 to lose an adrenaline meter is everything you would do to lose an adrenaline meter on 2K25. So you should expect the exact same in that department. Does strength matter? We hear the rumors about strength. Losing an adrenaline meter is everything you would do to lose an adrenaline meter on 2K25. So you should expect.
And then right here, the shot time and visual cue, you're already used to what this setting is. But this year for 25, you can now make a custom visual cue in the jump shot creator, which I think was a dope touch by 2K.
Expect the exact same in that department. Does strength matter? We hear the rumors about strength every single year. Oh, you need strength this year, you're gonna get punished if you don't go it. From what I saw at Community Day, I'm gonna say the same thing I said last year again this year. You will only need strength if you want a badge associated with strength in the builder. But do you need strength because you saw Giannis bulldoze someone in this quick play gameplay? No. Do you need strength because you saw LeBron absolutely bully someone in this quick play gameplay? No. But let's say you're making a lockdown and you want a certain defensive badge that goes off of your strength rating, then yes, you would need strength on your build. Me personally, on a lot of my builds, I'm not going strength. Why? Because I didn't get baited last year when it came to strength, and I did perfectly fine, 95 win percentage basically every single season. And I'm not gonna get baited this year when it comes to strength. Yes, some of my builds will have strength, but only the builds that I want the certain badges that go along with strength. Not because I'm afraid of one of you guys coming out on a 6'10" and absolutely butting me in the paint. So to answer the does strength matter
so what y'all
question,
plan on
yes,
doing for
it
strength? Y'all
matters,
putting
but
strength on y'all
only
build,
for
yes or no?
reasons specific to the builder, not gameplay related reasons. Nobody can affirmatively say that it has gameplay related repercussions based off of quick play. And if they are super adamant that you need to upgrade strength because if not you're gonna get bulldozed, they are 100% gassing it. Nobody can tell the real gameplay from quick play animations against AI. It's just not how it works. And don't worry, we'll go more into depth about strength in tomorrow's video with the builder breakdown. And the last thing I want to talk about before I give y'all my final overview of thoughts of what I think about the game is the defense in NBA 2K25, more specifically the blitz steals and paint defense. Now take this with a grain of salt because we are playing against AIs at the end of the day, but from what I've seen, it felt pretty much similar with the blitz steals. You run up and you time a good steal, you'll get the steal. And for paint defense, I really couldn't tell because again, we're against AI players. We're really not going to know how it feels until we get in the rec, get in the pro-am, get in the park, and see how it feels against online real players. You may have noticed that in this video, I didn't really cover how the offense is, how the defense is, how the finishing is, and like the make or miss percentages of what you should expect on offense or what you should expect on defense, because for me, it seems disingenuous. Again, you can't really tell too much off quick play gameplay. So I didn't want to come on here and be like, oh yeah guys, paint defense looks way better, and then you load up the rec on day one and you're getting dunked on over and over again. Or be like, oh yeah, Limitless Range is overpowered because I'm greening shots on pro and rookie difficulty in quick play.
Please, man. Please. Whatever y'all do, do not get on 2K25. If you are getting the game, do not get on 2K25 day one. Make a build and spend your bread on it. Don't do that. Please don't do that. At least spend one day in the builder. At least one. Like, at the bare minimum, a couple hours in the builder just to try to make something different. Because I guarantee you're gonna make something and you're gonna see somebody's YouTube video and wish that you would have made something else. Please don't get on there and make a build right away and spend your money on it. Don't do it, bro. I'm telling you. Every year, ask what's going on. Hope everything is good. Hope you're having a great Tuesday. But please don't get on here and spend your money first day. You know, people do that every single year, bro. Like, at least spend a day in the builder. Like, it's pretty much Moody, bro, you gonna spend your bread the first day. But I mean, it's the same builder, but from 24. But of course, you know, it was tweaked and things are different. But I wouldn't spend that bread if I was you, bro. I wouldn't do it. I would not do it. At least spend a couple hours to a day at the bare minimum. Every year, I spend at least like a few days in the builder, maybe a week, bro, just trying to crack the code in the builder and just come up with some dope builds. You know, that's what I be doing. You know, you ask anybody, I'll be in that builder getting to work, man, coming up with so many different combinations. Because right when you think you've made all the adjustments that you can to the build to make it better, I'm telling you, if you just gave it a few more minutes or an hour or two longer, you will come up with a different version of that build that's even better. So, you know, just have a little bit of patience, man. You know, some people don't care. They'll run that first build day one and then they'll be cool. But me, man, I spend hours in that builder, a couple weeks, trying to see what I can come up with. I'm looking at other people build videos. Don't look at nobody build videos and just copy it flat out, because you can always find something to improve on that build. I look at all the YouTube videos on builds that drop. I look at them, use them as templates, bro. I make build videos on my channel. I don't tell anybody in my build videos to just straight up copy my build. If you want to use it that way, you can. But I always say use my builds as a template and adjust it to your liking and your playstyle. You know what I'm saying? Because you can always find some way to tweak it that works better for you. Moody, appreciate that follow, my boy. But you can always find something that is going to work well for you, man. And then a lot of people be on here copying builds from YouTube and that don't even fit their playstyle. So, you know, they wasting money for no reason. Make something in the builder that you know you're going to enjoy playing with. So that's my little spiel on the builds, man. I be trying to help folks, man. I be trying to help y'all save some bread. You know, and if you got the patience, you could even go no money spent this year too. You know, I'm hoping, we don't know how much VC we earn for anything yet, so I'm hoping that it's increased a little bit from last year. Hopefully the price of a build came down a little bit and they gave us more VC to earn in the game. So, you know, no money spent grinding is not too terrible. Like, you know, on 2K24, it was doable. But, you know, for anybody who works and doesn't have as much time, it's like, you know, inconvenient. So that's why they spend that bread, because they don't have to worry about spending all the hours on the game. Yo, Moody with the Galaxy, I appreciate you, man. Appreciate you. I gotta get on TikTok. I don't even know what the Galaxy is, bro. I gotta get up to date on all that, man. But I appreciate you for sure, man. Showing love. But yeah, man, you got to lab up. We got the My Court back too, man. So it's definitely gonna be helpful to you know, go and get in the My Court, lab up. Take your time on your builds, man. Please take your time on your builds. But you know, it's also clutch that 2K added in that new feature for us. You know, when you create your builds, if you don't know, you can see what animations your build qualifies for, and you can test them out on your build and get a feel for everything before you even spend any money on that build. So, you know, W by 2K, you can test all that stuff out before even spending bread on the build. You can do custom jump shots. You can make dunk packages. You can test all the signature animations. You can test all that stuff out before you even drop a dime on the build.
Like, the shots that I'm making and the shots that I'm taking here are not a good representation of 2K25's online gameplay that we're going to experience in the park. So instead, I decided to hit y'all with the cold hard facts. I hope y'all appreciate that. Obviously not including the post-score nerf. That's just for the balance of the game. That obviously is my opinion. But I hope y'all can appreciate that I just want to give y'all everything that we know to be true in 2K25 instead of what I think should be true in 2K25. But anyways, my final thoughts on the game so far. I think it is a really solid base. The first thing I want to say is Cap Breakers and Max Plus 1 are probably the greatest addition we've had to a launch of 2K in like 5 years.
Like, come on, bro. Anybody that's saying 2K25 is going to be trash, like, they've literally given us everything that we have asked for. We got Cap Breakers. People, we have been wanting this for the longest, man. So, you know, you're not going to be stuck with what you make in the builder. You can go a step further and upgrade your build even more with the Cap Breakers. Like, you're going to have to work for it a little bit. But, you know, you can still do that. And the Cap Breakers give us access to the animations that they unlock at that attribute level. So, yeah, it do look way smoother, bro. I'm telling you, it's a whole new dribble engine. So, you know, 2K definitely cooked it up with that new dribble engine. It's a dynamic engine, so it's gonna be changing. So, I'm just ready to get my hands on it so I can see what it feels like. You know, I don't know what edition of the game I'm gonna pre-order. I'll probably just do the standard, and then if I'm gonna buy VC, do it that way, just because it's, you know, you get more for your money that way instead of trying to buy a super expensive edition of the game. Just go base version and then buy VC on top of that. But, you know, I gotta pre-order to get that early access so we can get this content out for y'all, man. But if y'all haven't seen today's video, head over to my YouTube channel. If you're on TikTok, link is in my bio. We dropped a video on the gameplay that was leaked yesterday. Some gameplay was leaked yesterday. But you know, we saw some great animations in there, man. The jump shots are looking a lot smooth. Bronny has a tough jump shot in 2K25. Yeah, man. I can't even tell you the last time I touched 24. It's been a minute. But you know, since I'm starting back streaming and everything, I will be hopping on 24, trying to get used to right stick shooting, because you know it'll be better for you if you use that new rhythm shooting that 2K has in NBA 2K25. It'll be better than just using square to shoot. So I'm gonna try to start doing some right stick shooting and get used to that. So I'll be ready for rhythm shooting. But if you pre-order, you know you get early access on September 4th, if I'm not mistaken. So you know you might want to consider pre-ordering it if you haven't.
I'm telling you, just the potential of your player getting better over time in itself with the cap breakers is just such a good idea. I wish I thought. Like, genuinely, 2K deserves props for that, because it is actually such a good incentive to keep people playing the game. The only question marks I have about the replayability of NBA 2K25 so far is actually going to come with the rep system. If the rep system's bad, then the cap breakers aren't going to be enough to keep people on the game. But if the rep system's good, and then we have the cap breakers on top of it, we can have a lit game all year. So I really hope they cooked with the rewards. Obviously, I don't know anything about it, but if they did, we'll be in for a great year. If they didn't, it could get a little shaky. So we're gonna have to see. The actual dribble moves
What are y'all expectations for the city, man? What y'all want to see for the city? Because I know that's what we're getting this week also. So tomorrow is the next embargo date. We get to see more videos on the builder. I'll be dropping a video as well. But then, you know, we also get to see the city for the first time this week. I think they will drop it on Wednesday. Some people are speculating Wednesday. Some people are guessing Thursday. But I think they've been dropping stuff consistently on Wednesday. So I'm hoping we get it Wednesday. I was really hoping that they was going to drop it on Monday. I'm not even going to lie to you. I'm getting impatient. But hopefully they drop it ASAP, man. We probably going to be looking at Wednesday, though.
added in the game, I like them a lot. Like the Trae Young, the De'Aaron Fox, John Moran had some good dribble moves. The individual dribble moves, I like them a lot. Not being able to speed boost out of them like we normally would has me a little scared, because if we can't speed boost, then the dribble moves don't matter. That's the
And I'm gonna have to get more into play now, man. I used to, back in the day, man, we didn't play nothing but play now. You know, you get the homies over, your cousins, whatever, y'all was gonna work on play now. You can they brought back a feature where you can now share your playbook. So they got that on there. That's tough. So yeah, man, I'm gonna have to see what the community is sharing. They probably finna share some dope playbooks. But I gotta get back into my play now bag.
whole point we use the OP dribble moves is so we can get like a fast little agility out of it and we can beat our defenders. So if they added these super cool new moves and you can't get that burst of acceleration out of it, then it's gonna be rough, I can't lie. But that's why I'm gonna have faith in the dribblers to find the way to speed boost this year, and then we all adjust, and then we can all use these new creative moves, so not everyone is using LeBron step back, Jamal Murray behind the back and do the exact same thing. And then finally, the takeover system, I think it's a good idea if it's implemented properly, if it doesn't take too long in part games to get. We want to get it around like 12 to 15 points so you could use it for 3 possessions. So we're gonna have to see how fast you can get takeover. Maybe this takeover perk allow you to get it quicker like we had last year. Who knows? We're gonna have to see. I like that you don't lose your entire takeover bar if you mess up, but you can also go in and out of takeover super easily. It just rewards you for playing well and punishes you for playing bad, which I think should be a good thing. A lot of the time this year you see someone get takeover and start shooting crazy shots, and then they keep takeover because it's on a timer instead of how they're playing. So now it should keep people a little humble, because if they mess around too much, they're gonna lose their takeover and then they just don't have it anymore. And then finally, the shooting. I'm not gonna talk about the success of Mage or anything. Again, I was on a low difficulty to get this gameplay, but the shooting, there is a lot of customization this year, meaning you can choose exactly where you want your jump shot to release whenever you make a custom jump shot. You can choose high risk, high reward for your skill at this gameplay. But the shooting, there is a lot of customization this year, meaning you can choose exactly where you want your jump shot to release whenever you make a custom jump shot. You can choose high risk, high reward if you're a skilled player, or you can choose low risk, low reward if you're just trying to learn the game. There's just a lot of customization, and that's all we want as 2K players, is being able to control everything our player does. I'm hoping eventually in the future we have even more control over our dribble moves, like maybe we can combine certain dribble moves to make our own rhythm dribble. I think that'd be pretty cool. And one dribble move that I didn't see that I really hope makes it come back one time is, if you remember on 2K19, if you flicked up on your right stick, you could like back up to the 3-point line and shoot immediately after that, and you would get like a normal timing on your jump shot. I don't know, I just missed that move so much. I really hope that comes back in a 2K one day. But anyways, y'all, that's pretty much it. That's everything you need to know about NBA 2K25's gameplay. If you still have questions, drop them down below.
E3 was good with you. All right, y'all. What? I'm gonna let y'all help me decide. So we had a few videos we wanted to go through today. I'm probably gonna watch some more for sure when I get off of stream and finish taking my notes and all that, so I can make my video. Still gotta watch Kevin Cruz video. Joe knows. Probably check and see what Uncle Demi got. Anybody else y'all want to check out while we on stream? Anybody else y'all want to look at? Let me know. Let me see what Kevin Cruz got. Okay, he dropped one video today, I think, or no, he dropped a few. How did he drop these? Right at 10. All right, man. So out of Kevin Cruz videos, which one do y'all want to watch? I think it's like, I'll probably end up watching all of these at some point, but I think some of the most important ones, we got the first one 10 hours ago, Shot Creator's Dream. We got Unstoppable Offensive Menace, and then we also have the biggest things that he learned. So we might go with the biggest things that he learned, but which one of these y'all want to check out first? think we're gonna see the biggest things that he learned first. So I think I check out that shot creator one.
Perfecting your swing is hard.
I shot at.
Mother. What's the last week the guys at 2K brought me over to Springfield, Massachusetts in order
Okay,
to
wait,
test.
was that
The
easy
last
shot?
week the guys at 2K brought me over to Springfield, Massachusetts
Looks smooth.
in order to test a work in progress build of NBA 2K25. And as a result, I'm now able to share my gameplay impressions, which will cover play now modes for now. I mostly played on All-Star and Superstar difficulty, but in this video we're going to go through general impressions.
wonder if anybody
covering
played on Hall of
everything from
Fame.
new gameplay mechanics, the new dribble engine, defense, the AI, and so much more. And my first
the
observation is
De'Aaron Fox
that
animations
this is
look
clearly
tough.
not NBA 2K24 all over again. This is a different game, and when you
Very
get the
different
controller on
game,
your
bro.
hands, you will feel it immediately. And where you'll feel it the most is in the offensive side of the floor, specifically in dribbling and in shot creation. So is it a different game? Hell yeah, it is. Is it better? Only time will tell. Did I have fun in my limited time with the game? Absolutely. But number one, yes, the new dribble engine, it's as good as they say it is. As far as the dribble engine goes, it's the most fluid, smooth, and responsive feeling dribbling system that
So
I've
Anthony
experienced in
Edwards'
any
move
recent
looks so
There's a
fluid,
level
bro.
of fluidity that's not just from a visual perspective looking at the animations.
So y'all do me a favor, hit that follow
You
button, hit that follow
feel
button.
like there's more freedom of movement, that even though 2K expanded on pro play in a big way in NBA 2K25, you don't lose that responsiveness, that you need to be that much better as a shot creator in the game. And with the new dribble engine comes new changes to the mechanics of dribbling in NBA 2K. So this year, the left stick just might be as important as the right stick as a dribbling mechanic. It expanded left stick dribbling in a major way for NBA 2K25. It controls a lot of stops, starts, and fast explosions that weren't really present in NBA 2K24. So one of the weaknesses of NBA 2K24 in my opinion
yo,
is
what's
that
going on,
dribble
Sean?
styles
Appreciate
were
y'all for
super
tuning in.
limiting, and left stick dribbles were actually part of your dribble styles. And this year, the expansion of left stick dribbling as an important core piece of your shot creation is going to change the way how you play the game. Left stick dribbling, trust me, invest in it at the start of the year, it will pay off in a major way. Now with the introduction of new mechanics
So make sure y'all get ready to lab up, man. Get ready. Get in that new Learn 2K is looking nice. Get in there, even if you think you know how to play the game. Get in there and Learn 2K. Get ready to lab up. Get ready to go into the mod court. Get ready to lab up. Because we got a whole new dribble engine, so we got to figure that thing out. And Learn 2K is definitely gonna be useful. And then having the mod court back is so clutch. So get ready.
and new animations to the left stick, that means a lot of inputs have changed. So your traditional left stick inputs, for example, your right stick and left stick combos that give you sham gods, for example, or misdirection dribbles, those are now completely mapped to the right stick. But I think one thing that people will realize is that some core moves that were part of previous 2Ks that a lot of people have as a fundamental part of their bag are now removed. Or maybe I haven't figured it out yet.
Wait, appreciate that
but
follow.
one big example is that momentum crossovers and momentum
love,
behind
love.
the backs, as we know it from previous games, is now out of the game. But it's replaced with a more robust left stick dribbling system that
For those of you who just got here, LeBron Hotback is out. It is out of the game. Mike Wayne confirmed it. Find a new dribble move. They took out some other dribble moves too, but that was one of the biggest ones. Is out of the game. You already know that Jamal Murray out. They added some new ones in too, so I'm definitely excited to see what they'll add. But man, I don't remember when they dropped the attribute requirements last year for 24. I don't remember exactly when, but I feel like we should have a list of the attribute requirements by now. We just a couple weeks away from the game, and we don't know what the attribute requirements are. I feel like we should have had that. I need Zach to make us a nice little organized list like last year, so we can start thinking about what badges we want to run. Man, I need to see what I need for those requirements, so I can start planning out my build.
I think
A demo would have been nice to have too.
a lot of people will appreciate. And with the increased importance of the left stick, I think two of my main observations for the new dribbling system is that slowing down is as important as speeding up. Lulling your defender to sleep with different change of pace techniques, with the improved responsiveness of your different explosive launches, will make your job as a dribbler and a shot creator that much easier. Learn to play with multiple paces in the game. Slow down and speed up, and combine that with your different right stick and left stick moves. These combination of techniques and mechanics will make you that much more dynamic as an offensive player. Alright, my next observation is that as a shot creator, first and foremost,
If y'all didn't catch it earlier, watch Grinders video for the first video. Let me know what y'all want to check out next. We'll probably check out Joe No's video next, and we might wrap up the stream after that. But during Grinders video, we found out that you have to activate the dunk meter a lot earlier this year for 2K25. You say you want to activate it like right before you get to the free throw line, man. So you take like 1 or 2 steps right in front of the 3-point line. You want to activate that dunk meter. You can get it consistently if you do that. So right before you get to the free throw line, you want to activate the dunk meter.
this game is a shot creator's game. I've already talked about the new dribble system, the new dribble engine, the left stick system for dribbling, but now the introduction of new shot creation techniques like the go-to shot and shot canceling in combination with the expansion of pro play and that new dribble engine.
That shot canceling is about to go crazy. I already know.
You guys just have to feel it for yourself. Again, there's a level of fluidity that's there. There's a level of realism that the expanded pro play animation gives. But it does not sacrifice responsiveness, and in some cases, the freedom of movement and responsiveness is favored over visual
step back.
consistency and realism. Only in some
Jamal
cases,
Murray's signature go-to shot creates a lot of space, man. If y'all looking for a good go-to shot to use for 25, Jamal Murray. So we don't know what the requirements are for it yet, but I'm assuming it's going to be for the smaller guards, but it creates a lot of separation. A lot of separation. If you go check out my video from today, you'll see it. So go check that out over on my YouTube if you're on TikTok, link in bio. It creates a lot of separation. A lot of people are going to be wanting to use it.
I think realism is still at the core of this game, but in some cases, 2K favored responsiveness and fluidity of movement over realism, and this apparent in shot cancelling in particular. So by now, I'll have a separate video on go-to shots, talking about the new system
there you go,
and
right
a deep dive into the options that it gives you. But one thing that people were really skeptical about was shot cancelling because it was already present in previous 2Ks. However, they were extremely limiting, especially in 2K24. After cancelling out of the step back,
Oh, look at the
it was
cancel, bro. It's so
structured in and out
smooth.
animation
It's so
that
smooth.
you could cancel out of if you were fast enough with your right stick movements. Now, It's way easier, it's way more responsive, and there's an effort made by 2K to give you different animations out of shot cancels if you combine it with the left stick. Shot canceling makes your shot creation way more dynamic, and in combination with your new pro play animations and your go-to shot mechanic, for example, it's going to allow you to be more dynamic on offense, give you an ability to counter really quickly, and give you an advantage over the defender.
Come on.
You thought pro play was really extensive in NBA 2K24, NBA 2K25 is just a different beast.
Yeah, I already know
It's
pro play
more
was crazy
apparent
for
that
25.
pro play is expanded in a bigger way in NBA
Like 80
2K25.
signature,
Also
those
makes
shots
instances
look
where
nice.
generic animations are used. These stand out even way more. So I hope they continue to expand pro play as they did in NBA 2K25, and it definitely benefited the variety in gameplay and their ability to create shots. Next, you want the physicals to matter more?
Well, you can't look at 25. You cannot look at the 25 gameplay and tell me that it just doesn't look better. It doesn't look improved. It definitely does. Anybody that said it looked trash or that it's going to be the same game, they're lying to themselves because it clearly looks better. Clearly looks better.
Well, in play now at least, they absolutely do matter. So against the AI on All-Star and Superstar, they were very aware of the physical advantages they had over me when I was caught in a mismatch. For example, a small guard against Luka Doncic or SGA, forget about it. Strength matters as much as it did in 24, or maybe even a little bit more, even though they remove badges like physical handles and bully. And let me tell you, the computer was not afraid to put me in the post or basically run me through different types of physical contact animations. As a small guard, and this is going to be a big talking point, small guards and their shiftiness, their quickness, and their ability to change directions is really apparent on the offensive end of the floor. There have been multiple instances where I just simply blow by my defenders if they do not have the perimeter defense,
Hopefully.
strength, or the badges that are necessary to combat the quickness of small guards. Actually,
He started that. Let me go back. In Garnet video, he said that, you know, you don't really need strength for 25, but like, of course, if you're trying to get badges that require strength, you'll need it for that. But he said he really won't be adding strength to any of his builds unless he's seeking some of those badges. But just listen to what Cruz just said.
If they do not have the perimeter defense really apparent on the offensive end of the floor. There have been multiple instances where I just simply blow by my defenders if they do not have the perimeter defense, the strength, or the badges that are necessary to combat the quickness of small guards.
So, y'all definitely want to make sure. Of course, y'all going to make sure y'all pay attention to that perimeter defense, but strength will also help you on defense. So make sure you know, looking through them defensive badges and try to see what you want to get. If you somebody that's going to be prioritizing defense, or you're making a lock, you're going to have strength.
Agility, in my opinion, is also going to matter a lot. So I've been put on an island as a big with no agility against someone like James Harden, and it didn't take much effort for them to just change pace, blow past me, and get to the basket. So in my opinion, physicals matter a lot more in NBA 2K25, at least in play now. So another big talking point in the courtside report was the new defensive tools that NBA 2K25 gives you, and these are your cutoff mechanics. So basically, you hold L2 and R2 or L2 or L2 and R2, and then tap the right stick in different directions. Your Q as a defender will then go to that direction in a sliding or a cutoff motion. Now, this is a powerful mechanic if you time it correctly. It will lead to bumps, ball pickups, or even steals if you time it correctly. However, there's a huge risk versus reward mechanic that is underneath this entirely new mechanic. So basically, once you enter into that cutoff animation, there's no canceling out of it. There's no quick recovery. I'm going to guess that at some point, ratings and attributes and physicals will matter for this, but there are situations where I was just playing around with the cutoff mechanic. And let me tell you, once you change direction in that cutoff, it's going to be hard to recover. So there's a risk versus reward mechanic with that I think you're going to want to invest into learning how to use this correctly. Because if you do, it creates a lot of advantages for you on defense, but miss that opportunity completely, and it's already a guaranteed bucket for your opponent. So my next observation is that shooting feels familiar, but there are definitely tweaks to shooting that may improve shooting overall compared to NBA 2K24. Now, I would say that I didn't play on Hall of Fame difficulty, and there was I'm not sure if it was a bug or an intentional decision by 2K, but I couldn't find my shot contest rating. So what were my settings for this game? So I played on push release setting, same as I do in NBA 2K24. I played in the high risk, high reward shot profile setting, and then I had rhythm shooting on, but I didn't use it for the entire game. I tried maybe a few instances in game, but rhythm shooting, in my opinion, is a mechanic that lowers your floor but raises your skill ceiling. So how does it lower your floor? You can have great timing, basically a green release, but if your rhythm shooting is off, even by just a little bit, you can still miss that shot. I labbed it a little bit in freestyle, but it will take a lot of getting used to, and I think it's going to need a significant investment on your part if you want to commit to this shot mechanic. So since we had limited time in the game, I didn't want to mess around with it too much. But I will say that the high risk, high reward setting, I was able to hit a lot of contested shots. Now, in terms of the shot contest system, again, I can say for sure because for whatever reason I couldn't find a setting for shot feedback. Maybe I was just too tired or whatever, but I do know that I was able to hit a lot of contested shots, even in Hall of Fame difficulty. Also, I think, as Mike Wang explained it, the gap between you and your defender as you initially release your shot is going to be way more important, leading to less close contests. And I tried this out one way. I did the hand down thing where I did a few triple threat jab steps and large for a jump shot, and I got greens. So overall, the shooting feels familiar, a little bit better in my opinion, but again, this before test and I played on All-Star Superstar difficulty, and this is one thing I'll keep an eye out when the full game releases. So next, on-court spacing and benefits. So
Okay, I'll let Kevin tell us about the spacing because the courts are bigger. They adjusted the court and the player ratio, so it will feel like, and it'll definitely visually look like we have more room to work with on the court. So after we listen to him talk about this, we'll hop into Joe Knows video. Hopefully that's not too long of a video, and then I'll let y'all go, man.
Move towards a smaller ratio between the player and the court definitely can be from
You can see it, bro. That's a lot more space.
actually benefit on court gameplay by a lot. Damn, Slasher, this is very apparent. Now there's still some oddities in terms of teammates getting jammed up. I even found one rare instance, so one instance out of my 8 to 9 art playthrough of the AI entire team being on one side of the court. So those oddities might still happen, but once again, this is a work in progress build. This is something also that happens once the full game releases. So next, basically the post game and the triple threat game remain largely intact compared to what they were in NBA 2K24. And for the triple threat system, I can understand. You see the massive overhaul in NBA 2K23, which was improved significantly in NBA 2K24. For the post game, it remains largely untouched. I've seen a few entry animations, a few new animations here and there, which is always great. But as I mentioned earlier, the addition of pro play makes some old, outdated animations stand out a lot more. And for the post game, there's a lot of that. Your post shimmies, for example, look very outdated. And a lot of those post-hop jumpers don't look as smooth and as realistic as a lot of the other offensive aspects of the game. I would say, however, that the changes to the contest system and the way contests work in the post look to be like they're going to contribute to way more engaging and rewarding post game. So
Okay. We'll stop there, and we're going to check out Joe Knows real quick and see what he said. Let me see. Did he just drop? Okay, the first report. Complete game probably breakdown. Joe dropped 2 videos today. Okay, we'll watch this later. Watch this real quick. We're not going to watch this whole entire 30 minutes. What's good? What's going on, bro? We have a great day.
Visit Vanguard.com/Mexico today. We've got the new dribbling system, including speed boosting. We've got the new go-to shots that can lead to some insane greens. We've got the shot rating you need to green consistent. We've got the mid-range game covered for all you mini magicians out there. We've got the new rhythm shooting system. And for all you slashers, we've got a detailed meter dunking breakdown. We're gonna cover the all-new shot contest system. And for all the centers, we cover the standing dunks and the paint mash. We've got Devin Booker floaters. We've got scoopers. Everything you need to know about layups. We've got everything from paint defense to perimeter bumps to butt steals. Lockdown, stay tuned. Of course, we're gonna break down post scoring and spoiler alert. It's really good again. We've got ankle breakers, blowout dribbles, patting nose, jump shot, everything you want to know about NBA 2K25 is in this video. Drop a like, let's get to 10,000 likes, and let's get into it. And let's talk about dribbling. Okay, there's a lot of things floating around the internet about how you could not speed boost on this game. I know, listen, y'all gotta be careful who y'all talk to. You can speed boost on 2K25, okay? Let's chill. You can speed boost, okay? Was it different? Absolutely. It's gonna take us a little while to figure out how to speed boost out of every single move on the game, of course. Just like 2K24, at the beginning of the game, nobody could speed boost out of stuff. People were spamming Magic Johnson crossover for like 2 months, right? It took us a while. People thought you had to have Kyrie Irving dribble styles to speed boost. And then we realized, okay, you gotta do a hezzy out of each dribble. Something like that along the lines for 25 as well. We just gotta find the sauce. People like Young Derek and Koza were doing a lot more dribble lagging than me. I just tested a little bit. I speed boosted with De'Aaron Fox, with John Moran, with LeBron James. And for those of you that are also wondering, LeBron Hotback is back. You still get a big Hotback.
That's false. That has now changed, y'all. The LeBron Hotback is gone. Mike tweeted about it. That and a couple other moves they took out, and then they added in some new moves too. So LeBron Hotback is no more.
And for the small guards, I mean, Chris Paul's got the same thing. So LeBron Hotback is back. You're gonna be doing it. The combos, the quick little combos that
I forgot Chris Paul is on the Spurs now. I straight forgot.
Except Curry has to like dance behind the screen, and John Moran right there to like get to the mid range. It felt pretty smooth, pretty clean. I liked it a little bit. You can spam like the jog aggressive combo breakdown. And I chained together some decent little moves. In my opinion, the big players almost moved better than the small players. But like, I'm speed boosting with De'Aaron Fox, like no problem. And this was me labbing for like 5 to 10 minutes, you know. So that whole thing people were tweeting, oh, there's no speed boosting. I don't know what these people. I don't know if they played the same game as me, but you see the cross launch on the crossover right there, little like quick, I guess kind of quick stop pull up, the magic crossover into like the John Wall crossover to the hoop right here. There's definitely gonna be some ways to get open. We just gotta, 20 minutes of labbing the demo game at Community Day is not enough. It's gonna take a little while. You see the John Wall snatch back from last year. There's a lot of ways that we're gonna figure out to get open. Whether you're a bigger player, a smaller player, you can speed boost. Dribbling is different, 100%. Just like every other year, we gotta lab it up. We gotta find out the best saves. We're using NBA players. NBA players, even Kyrie Irving, De'Aaron Fox or Trae Young, they do not have optimized SIGs. They have, they have a couple good SIGs, but they don't have like your My Player where you have, one of the best animations in every category. They might have 1 or 2 or 3 good dribble moves in their package of whatever it is, 10 dribble moves, let's say. While your My Player has 10 good animations. All the animations you have are good and give you clean bursts and clean movement. These guys are, they're NBA players. They have their actual SIGs. Some of them are trash. Some of their SIGs are trash. There's a bug in the eye. Some of their SIGs are trash every year, right? So let's relax. I think we're gonna be fine. Just like at the beginning of 24, it felt stiff, it felt slow. Nobody could figure out how to move cleanly and speed boost. Like I said, people were spamming Magic Johnson crossover for like a month or 2. We're gonna figure it out. When it comes to Steezo, gonna go crazy on this game. I was able to like dribble backwards a little bit, and I'm not Steezo. Steezo's gonna go absolutely insane on this game. Alright, so let's look at the new shot timing profiles. You have layup timing and shot timing profiles. So for layup timing, you have real player percentage, low, normal, and high risk. You still have your shot timing visual cue. At least in the double version, you couldn't create the custom cue that they had talked about, so you could just choose from the ones from last year. So I'll put it on push. And then for the shot timing profile, you see it's at the difficulty base, which is basically just automatically adjust depending on the difficulty you're playing on. So I don't know how this is gonna work with online gameplay. That's gonna be an option. But you still have real player percentage, low, normal, and high risk. And essentially, you can read the description. But the higher the risk you go, the more your timing matters. And I'm gonna be honest, unless you have bad Wi-Fi or you're just extremely new to 2K, after testing normal and high risk and all these options, everyone's gonna play on high risk. Like everyone that plays the game and is, I'd say, average to above average, unless you have bad Wi-Fi, you're gonna play on high risk because it gives you more control over whether you green or not. And shooting on high risk, as you're gonna see, even with low 3-point ratings, I was still able to spark. Here's what I was talking about. You see, I have it set to high risk reward on your shot timing profile, okay? And I'm using John Morant here. The difficulty is on Hall of Fame, and we're gonna go in and we're gonna check out John's 3-point rating. It is a 78 3-point rating, and I did look at his badges after. He has no limitless range, so not even bronze limitless range. He's got a few shooting badges, if I remember correctly, but I just looked to see if he had limitless. It's on Hall of Fame, and like I was, this is using John's jump shot base with no jump shot boost. I don't think he had any 3-point hot zones. Like, and I was still able to just green. So in my opinion, if you're not using high risk, high reward, you're gonna be at an extreme disadvantage, especially when you play against other good players. Like I said, unless you have bad Wi-Fi or something, you're gonna be on that high risk. The next thing I wanted to test was limitless range. It's on Hall of Fame. I'm shooting from the logo. Steph has Hall of Fame limitless range. So this year you can get legend limitless range.
What are you?
No NBA players that we played on had legend badges. So
okay, well, I'm wondering how far you can shoot with legend limitless range, bro. You got to be able to shoot from behind the half court line because Steph is pretty much at half court, man. He's a little bit in front of the circle, greening easily with Hall of Fame limitless. Legend limitless is gonna, I can't even imagine.
I wasn't able to test any legend badges, but as you can see, I can shoot from basically the center circle with Hall of Fame limitless. Now Steph does have a 993, but he only has Hall limitless. So it's gonna be interesting to see what that legend limitless is like. Let's move on. All right, let's talk about the new stick shooting. Okay, obviously we read about it. Now this is in action. Basically, gives you 2 timings. It gives you a feedback on the first initial push of the stick in terms of your timing, and then it gives you a second reading at the bottom that talks about your tempo. Now, if you green both the timing and the tempo, you make it every time from what I saw. If you green one or the other, you make it a decent amount of the time. So as you see in the screenshot, you got the timing and the tempo, and right here I got great timing, great tempo, so they're both green, you make the shot every time from what I saw. But the main problem I think is gonna come with this is, let's look at the 2 situations. First of all, catch and shoot. When you're catching and shooting using the stick shooting, it seemed like there was a slight delay, like there was a little bit of a hitch in terms of how fast you get the shot off. And maybe I was just doing it wrong, this was the first time playing the game, but even people that I talked to, they kind of said they felt like they could shoot much quicker. Like you could instantly shoot the ball if you shot with the button on catch and shoots. And there was that slight hitch, like delay using the stick, which obviously makes your shot contested more if you can get the shot off as quickly. The other situation besides catch and shoot is dribbling, and obviously it's something new, and I was only experimenting with it for a few minutes on this demo version of 2K25, but to go from comboing dribble moves to then shooting with a stick, it felt very awkward, and maybe that's just because it's new. If I had to guess whether people are going to use it or not, I would say majority of people will not use this. Kind of like the shot aiming back in 2K21. I think it was 2K21 I that. I feel like it's kind of be like that. You're going to have a few people experimenting with it, but for the most part, people are going to stick with that button shooting, especially with the high risk option. I just feel like it was so consistent, even with that, even with John Morant with the 3 ball. Like imagine, our my players with much higher range, with jump shot boost, with hot zones, lethal zones, etc. You guys understand what I'm saying. The one situation I think I could see people potentially using the stick shooting is on fades. Now these clips are from my boy Swag. He was testing it out. He said it felt really good when he was just kind of running to the side and shooting like a mid-range fade. So maybe people will use that. He said he would kind of experiment with it more and consider it. But for someone like me who's typically isoing, I don't see myself comboing up and creating space and then using the stick to shoot. So experiment with it as you want. I'll probably test out a little bit more, but I think I'm just going to be shooting with the button on that high risk, high reward. Go-to shots. These are actually pretty cool. How effective will they be? I'm not sure. And did they show up the green window on these? I don't know, because I was green and reds and yellows on these crazy. I guess this is on Hall of Fame. That is a very tight red coverage that we're going to get into shortly. On Hall of Fame difficulty over Michael Jordan, who has straight Hall of Fame defensive badges. Here's another one right here with Kevin Durant, and the green, another red contest over. So the go-to shots. The reason I like them is just because they look really, really nice. Aesthetically, they are very pleasing. They look very like as a fan of the NBA, they look just like the player movements from real life. Now, some of them are a little slow and they don't create a lot of space, so I don't know how much people actually use them in like online games.
Jamal Murray creates a lot of
But
space.
I think that is good about these. We read in the course before, if you watch that video or read about yourself, you can at any moment out of those combinations, you can boost out of it. You can also at any moment, as you let's say you go tween, behind the back, tween, hop. At any moment in that sequence, you can do different moves. So let's say I go tween, behind the back, tween, and now I just do like escape and run right. I can escape and run right at any moment within that whole sequence, and that's like a shot canceling feature that they were talking about. I was skeptical because I was like, well, on past 2 days, you can shot cancel, you do a hot jumper, you just don't shoot it, right? You do a hot jumper and then just like run out of it. So, like, I don't know like this. I don't think they say
We'll probably find out tomorrow. No, not tomorrow. Probably Wednesday. Thursday. Tomorrow, the market is for the My Player Builder and the My Court. So we'll probably find out. Tomorrow is Wednesday. We're probably gonna find out Thursday actually. Whenever they release the series, we'll find out about the program.
Do good like signature go-to shot that creates a ton of space or allows you to like really hop away and like combo out of that and get to the best. Or, people are always gonna find like the most effective ones and use them online. But from a visual standpoint, they look really good. And I don't know if they shoot up the green ones like I said, but I was really contested signature go-to shots a lot. And all the gameplay you've seen in this video is on Hall of Fame. All troubleshooting. For those of you that love the mid-range and love the hot jumpers and fades and all that, it felt really good. I'll be honest, like, I mean, obviously I'm using Kevin Durant and some other really good high-rated players, but it felt very greenable. Yellows, reds. I think the mid-range is going to be lethal again on this game. Like, it's going to be something people can go to. The front fades, the side fades, the back fades, the hot jumpers, spin shots, all the stuff that all you like nitty-loving players loved about 24. I feel like the mid-range is going to be just as effective on this game. So yeah, whether you're shooting signature shots, the hot shots, the fades, the mid-range is definitely going to be back this year in my opinion. Of course, I'm playing against the AI, but I think I get a pretty good sense of it from what I tested, and it's going to be good. Let's
Alright, man. I think that is a good place to stop for right now. Of course, I'm going to keep watching a bunch of videos, collect information throughout my videos. So if you're not subscribed to me over on YouTube, do me a favor, go ahead on over there. If you're on TikTok, the link is in my bio. If you're on Twitch or Kick, !YouTube, it'll drop the link for you for my YouTube channel. I dropped a video today about some more gameplay. We saw Bronny's jump shot, Caitlin Clark's jump shot, both very, very good. Bronny has a very smooth jump shot for him to be a 68 overall in the game. He probably has the best jump shot in the game. So, it's a nice, smooth, straight up and down jump shot. No extra unnecessary movements forward or backwards or anything like that. It reminds me of Scottie Pippen's jump shot, straight up and down. But yeah, man, so make sure y'all head over to the YouTube channel, y'all subscribe, turn on post notifications for me. Before we hop off, man, do me a favor, hit that like button on TikTok, hit that like button, hit that follow button, TikTok, Twitch, Kick. And then, on YouTube, man, expect video dropping tomorrow. We'll have a video dropping from everything we got today, all the gameplay, and of course, I'll have a builder video dropping tomorrow as well. It releases at 11 a.m. Eastern time, if I'm not mistaken, for the embargo. So I will more than likely be live streaming tomorrow, so y'all can come back, catch me live again. We'll be watching all the videos as they drop live tomorrow, man. I appreciate all the love, all the gifts on TikTok, man. Everybody that follow, I appreciate y'all so much. Thank y'all, and I will see y'all tomorrow, man. Y'all have a great one. Y'all be blessed, and y'all stay safe.